Regional Australia has produced some of the country's most successful tennis stars.
Just this week.
There's Rod Laver, 11-time Grand Slam champion who grew up in Rockhampton, 7-time Grand Slam champion Goolagong-Cawley of Griffith.
What we used to do when I was little was see how many would get hit against the wall. We'd keep counting them and adding them on and adding them on. And I used to keep at it to see if I can better the last score.
And of course, 2021 Wimbledon and 2022 Australian Open champion, Ipswich local Ash Barty. And the tradition is set to continue.
Naomi Osaka, because she always she never gets angry when she's playing.
I really like Nick Kyrgios because he's really entertaining to watch.
Rafael Nadal is real nice.
But making sure this tennis tradition continues doesn't come without its challenges. If you were asked where the biggest tennis club in the world is located, would Swan Hill come to mind? The club boasts 50 grass courts, and yet the town can't find a coach.
We've got arguably the most amount of grass courts in the world, so it does provide its problems with a small, relatively small membership with such a large amount of courts. If there's a small amount of coaches, you've just got to hope that you're in the right place at the right time.
Places like Orbost, Ararat and Kerrang also have no instructors. And on the Bellarine Peninsula, demand is there, but coaches are hard to come by.
I mean, I'm sure you'd probably find it a bit easier to get them in the metro areas, but yeah, in regional areas we do find, especially at Bowen Heads as well, we are trying to find another coach, and we're struggling with that. We do have certain kids which come, you have some parents that drive 50 odd minutes to get their kids to come here.
At my dad's house it takes about 45 minutes because we live pretty far away. Just that's what it is.
Bendigo instructor Stephen Storer says he often runs workshops in country towns due to the shortage.
I think it's just that, I've done some coaching at, Colburn and Axedale and places like that, and Bridgewater, and there's a lot of children out there that want to learn the sport, and I think we've had a lot of good role models of recently that have created a lot of interest for the sport, both in our men's and ladies, and that's a real driving force to get our players involved in the game.
Tennis Australia says a combination of the pandemic and competition from other sports has caused issues in regional areas and disrupted vital pathways for the tennis stars of tomorrow.
We've undertaken a review, and it's become clear that moving outside of COVID, it's going to be incredibly important that our education is delivered in a more flexible way. More of our courses will be placed online so that a regional coach is not faced with the challenge of having to leave their business and travel to metro areas in order to undertake education. We want to make it as easy as possible for a regional coach to gain the confidence and competencies they need and to be able to thrive within a regional location. I think there are challenges in smaller regional communities. What I will say is that in the long history of tennis in this country, a lot of our greatest champions and our greatest coaches have come from regional areas. So there is history is on our side in that.